Namaste, namaste everyone. As usually, today my guest is Paul Kalagin. So hi Paul, namaste.
Namaste, friends, everybody.
Okay, at the moment I am in Mysuru. This is ancient capital of Karnataka state, South India. Beautiful, very famous tourist attraction, and actually very important spiritual center because so many places of power, ancient temples, beautiful churches and mosques, yeah, by the way. Yeah, and so many important ashrams just here in this area. And Paul is usually in New York, also very important, uh, yeah, spiritually as well. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe not
very,
many people
very.
consider New York as the spiritually important place, but actually it is historically, yeah, for the modern age. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's special, not only politically, financially, but as the, yeah. Okay, today we continue our satsangs on Satya Sai teaching, Swami Shivananda teaching, Kriya Yoga philosophy. And that's, of course, because, well, I spent years and years with Satya Sai, so wrote and published number of books about Satya Sai, practicing and teaching Kriya Yoga meditation. And Paul, my guest, is the Shivananda Yoga master. So we discuss many different questions, but mostly in the light of like Kriya Yoga, Satyasaj, Swami Shivananda, and of course, all that traditions are strongly, yeah, connected. Okay, today we'll speak about light. Finally, we came to the light as our major topic. Well, I have my two favorite books. Yeah, one of them is the Christian Bible, and another one Bhagavad Gita with it's a Bhagavad Gita Bhasya actually. So the most ancient and the greatest commentary is written by Adi Shankaracharya, who was actually nobody knows when he lived. According to the tradition, it's something like maybe 7th or 8th century AD. But we have a lot of information that actually his age was not 35 or 33 like some people suppose, but more than 1,000 years old. I don't know what about what do you think about it, but I think that Adi Shankara, as the ancient sage, he did so many things, just impossible to accomplish all that if you have like kind of 35 years of age. So 1,000 years, that's okay. Yeah, great mystery actually. And some ancient sages they accomplished without internet, without computer technology, without whatever you know, helicopters and flights. So they just accomplished much more than we can imagine. Well, why I keep these two ancient fundamental scriptures? Okay, first of all, I study them every day, and well, they speak about God as light. Okay, in the many places actually in the Holy Bible, and just recently I was rereading Apostle John, I think third letter, yeah, third letter, and he's telling us God is light. And of course, in the Bhagavad Gita, when Krishna gives his immortal instruction to his one of the most important disciples, Arjuna, he's also speaking that meditation is certain posture. Okay, you have to balance your inhalation and exhalation, but then you have to contemplate light. That's very important. Not many people notice, but Krishna is speaking about contemplation like light, absolute consciousness as light. And the same teaching we can easily find in Satyasai's discourses, divine discourses as well. Okay. First of all, let me say a few words, then, of course, I'll ask you to speak. Well, when we speak about light, many materialistic people or too intellectual guys, they think about light. Okay, first, okay, we have electricity. This is light, okay? And the second meaning, which more materialistic or more logical people think about light, like light means morality, light means goodness. Well, education, maybe it's like education. But
Pure.
really, when I read Bhagavad Gita and Bible, it's not about education, though education is important. It's not about morality, though morality is very foundation of Bible and Bhagavad Gita, but it's inner mystical light, and we can experience this only if we practice meditation. So please continue.
Yeah, it's very good point about. First of all, I wanted to say like many today many Christian people they don't think like Bhagavad Gita it's a holy book, but I'm not agree with that because like it's actually who is saying that they never they never read Bhagavad Gita. They never saw it even. Like so, they just repeated things. Just what that's all. So I see you have both of them. So it's very important for me. Like you're reading both of them, and you can say something about it. Like really, because like in particular, like because you have experience to read both. Like if you read just one and like accept just one, just and you cannot say just oh that's not it's nothing. It's no good. It's not whole. Mm, it's like it's like everything. It's about almost about everything experience. So believing it's very good, but it's not enough. You need to practice and experience yourself things. That's first thing. And another thing, what I wanted to say about light. Um, it's very delicate point. Yeah, uh, I would say uh, what did Jesus say and said in many ancient wisdom people about love. Uh, they meant the same thing, like light and love. It is similar, like from my point of view, like at least it's like I can I experienced it with meditation and I know it through books and teachers like so for me light it's of course it's not like just electricity of course but it's the love we're talking about like usually we're speaking about love a lot like in spirituality but you're saying about light and it's from my point of view it's mm, the light means love in a way like it's kind of knowledge of everything like it's very hard to explain because it is not only logic like it's sometimes it's like far away from logic like that's why it's harder like to say about it but um, that's the point I wanted to say like the light uh, if you see in some holy books and saying about light uh, it's close it's kind of love like
Yeah, really. I want to quote Satya Sai in one of his divine discourses. He told that, okay, just it's like I'm just retelling this, not real quote, but I mean, okay, you contemplate light. He told Satya Sai. Okay, you contemplate God as light. This is universal form, and then you can see light inside your heart,
Yeah.
okay, in you, inside you, somewhere within, and then you can understand the next step that you are this light. It's first like is a duality. You just contemplate light. Then again, you can see it like in your heart, but then you can understand that that is your reality. This is your nature. This is who you are. And then the next step, you have to see this light in everyone, just any human being or any just even object. And in Kriya Yoga tradition, as well, and the Shivananda Yoga tradition, absolutely similar in this sense that we have chakras, and chakra number 6, Ajna chakra, and the proper location of this chakra is a midbrain area between pituitary, pineal, okay, midbrain is the eye of wisdom, as Western traditions they call it. And to see this light, that is actually the beginning of this video, yeah, because sometimes people think about light as education, light as electricity, but to see this mystical light, which is love, as you mentioned,
Yeah.
you have to awake this eye of wisdom, which is the sixth chakra, according to the Kriya Yoga and Shivananda Yoga traditions. So it means to understand most of the scriptures, you have to meditate. You can't
Yeah.
understand it logically. That's the
It's
reason
kind
why
of
when,
it's kind of
yeah,
higher
yeah, please.
knowledge than just logic one. It's the higher one. It's like it's beyond understanding. Like it's when when you understand, like when you see you this light, and you have unity with everything. Everything is this light. You kind of know everything. Like it is a phrase like once it's, if you know something, if you really know something, you know everything. You know, it's kind of like that. Like if you see this light inside of you, like you feel it's you. Of course, if it's real, if it's not just from the mind, like hallucination or something, you don't see separation from anything. Everything becoming light. You see it like in cats, you see it in everything, in plants, like in every object, not even a live object, like shoes, like everything becoming light. So that's
Yeah,
yeah,
and also very important then when people create out of ignorance contradictions, so-called contradictions between religions, actually that's only human mind, not spirituality. For example, when, okay, yeah, you already mentioned that quite many Christians, not only in the, okay, in the United States or Europe, but in India as well, I have a quite number of Indians who are Christians, and they're very critical actually about, okay, like superior, inferior religions. Very bad actually. I don't like it.
yeah,
But you know, what is the reason why people just try to find or create artificially all that so-called contradictions? It's like when people meditate and they're able to see this light in the middle of the brain, what we call Ajna chakra or eye of wisdom, then we can read Bible and Bhagavad Gita and clearly see that ancient sages from different religions, they spoke about the same light. Then you can't see these so-called contradictions because there is no any contradictions at all. And that's also the idea of unity of all religions, which is very foundation of Shivananda Yoga, Kriya Yoga, and Satyasai tradition. Now, how can we establish this unity? Logically possible, but not so much. Yeah, but when we able to experience this light as a result of meditation, this then oneness and unity is just obvious. It's like when we see and experience love and compassion of Buddha, Jesus, and Krishna, then how can we divide, or create misunderstanding? When we see the light, actually, today we mentioned about light in a as the like approach in the Vedic scriptures and the biblical scriptures, but actually in the Buddhist scriptures, what has been emptiness? Philosophically speaking, emptiness means interdependence. So absence of separate existence. But that's philosophical approach. But mystical approach, which is at least for me more important, when Buddhist meditation, they contemplate emptiness, but the emptiness means light and compassion, or light and love. So it means when we're able to see light as a result of mystical light, of course, not electrical light here,
Yeah.
then we easily see oneness. Yeah, okay, can you say a few more things and we'll complete our video?
Okay, yeah. Actually, yeah, you mentioned about meditation. Of course, many people uh, trying to get the knowledge only from the books, only from the readings. But um, I'm just from like Shivananda, like a teacher from Shivananda school. Like I'm trying to say to my students and to all of you, like please don't ignore meditation, because it's almost impossible to get like knowledge just reading. Actually, you're reading and practicing it. You apply it to your life, to your regular life. It's also very important from my point of view. Just some people just reading like, and okay, just information, and they go just do their things like the same like they did yesterday. It's nothing changes. But from my point of view, and Shivananda said it also, you need to apply it. You need to do something with it. If you understand something, like try to do it in life. If you don't understand, like logically, just sit, close your eyes, and just listen to your heart. Just meditate. Like it's the answer gonna come. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow, maybe after tomorrow, and then you're gonna see this kind of light we're talking about, let's say, and then your mind is interested, like what about this slide, and then you can read again like about this slide through the books, and then you find something else like experience, you're reading about experience, many people who meditated and read these books before you, and you got some more explanation about this slide, and then you meditate again, and you're aware of it like in a higher level. So in logic and not logic things, and in intuition, let's say in like Vivek, I was saying, like it goes like together, like it's kind of yin yang, like it's kind of harmony, it's kind of balance, like the Buddha was saying about. So if you're gonna read holy books and meditate as well, believe me, it's going to be a good result. But pick up the good teacher. That's the thing. On very important, because it's extremely hard to get through mind to the light, I would say, without teachers, especially if you meditate, and it's kind of complicated things, like you need to know some details from people who did it for many years like before you. So that's also I wanted to remind people. Just many people just trying to do something, and they going like into the wrong place. Like they think like they enjoying it, and they stop in their evolution. They just enjoying it like a drug sometimes, like in meditation, and the readings like they just accepting like interesting information, and that's it, like you're watching a movie or something. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
Okay, thank you very much, Paul, for your wisdom, for your thoughts, and it's really nice. Okay, today we spoke about light and mystical experience of the light, and immediately oneness. That's all.
Yeah,
Light is oneness. When it's like it was Satyasai teaching, and I know that Swami
yeah,
Shivananda as well, that okay, when we go beyond forms and names, just to the absolute consciousness, which is light, bliss, and love, just
yeah,
beyond forms, then it's oneness, because our mind can be confused because of different names, different teachers, different gods, different forms of different world teachers, but the light is always oneness. Okay, God bless all of us. I wish all of our viewers, more meditation, more successful meditation,
yeah,
because when we speak about social success, maybe it's like become rich, yeah. But the success in meditation is to experience divine love, bliss, and love. Sairam, namaste. See you
namaste.
next time.
See you.
Thank you.